Hello, people. Yes. What time is it anyway? Almost 2 o'clock. Not bad. Look at my pyramid. Yes, it's my pyramid. It's all mine. And when I can have appetizers, I'm going to go there every morning before I come here. So, anyway. Now I'm trying to get me up so I can... Nope. So I can know what you guys are ready. I'm still up, right? Oh, I'm in a weird spot, I bet. Let's see. Let's try this again. Get me all the way out. And put me right back in. And nobody's still here. Does anybody... So it didn't send out a notification. It still doesn't. There I am. Okay. There we go. So who's my first lurker? That's not fair if I call out my first lurker, is it? I got information on the gimbal being hot, which makes sense. But I didn't bring my level this time. Yes, you first, no face. Hi, meow. Did you figure out dinner yet? Yeah, I'm like parked 2 cars, or almost 1 car down. So I knew they'd have everything like packed up and not ready to go, or when I got here. See, we never agree on anything. No. Do you miss your friends? Do you miss your family? Do you wish you were out of those doors doing something more fun, and maybe where you live that's not here, or where your family lives? Because if you have to cancel your family, you probably have to cancel the city you grew up in. Oh, hello SJP, first time watching. Oh my god, you're gonna giggle. It makes me laugh. It's funny when you make yourself laugh. And my watch just vibrated. It's doing the how are you feeling. It's like, I'd be feeling better if my pedometer wasn't crapping out. Anyway. So oh, didn't get the phone number in my head. Didn't pop up. sptvfoundation.com, sptvfoundation.org, thesptvfoundation.com, thesptvfoundation.org. And if you want to slip out while nobody's looking, you can find out about your internet privacy at EFF.org. They give a lot of hints for internet privacy, so you don't have to worry about people knowing who, what, when, where you are. So, because you guys should all come out. See, even the ghosts agree with me. They're making the door open. Well, at least I know they have the other door unlocked, because the lock is right up there and it's not there. So all I can figure is that the complaint we made to them, that the fire marshal got a hold of them and said, I'm coming by, so if you unlock that door, then you're not in trouble. Hi, I am Rob at 707. Ah, thank you. 727-266-5797. You can call them by borrowing a nice person's phone. This is a nice neighborhood and people are really sweet here. So someone might help you, because don't do anything on your computer. Don't do anything on your own phone. They probably have trackers on it, and VPNs probably won't even work. Even though I don't know, the real technology doesn't seem to be really up to date around here. So you might be able to use a VPN, which is a virtual private network. You can act like you're in Norway or something to look things up. But if not, you can always walk down to the main library. Wow, that door is going bonkers. and go online from there and look up those addresses I just said out loud, and go look it up. They have computers. They're anonymous. Actually, you make yourself anonymous when you leave. After you make a fake Google account so you can start talking to people. Not a fake. The next Google account you're going to use in the real world. Not a fake one. And then when you're done looking up things like Wikipedia or any of our sites on YouTube, or even you can look at the community sites on the YouTubers, because those are static questions. You won't have to listen to videos. When you're done doing all that, you can just go to the web browser, into settings, go to history, and then hit clear. And that way you didn't exist. But don't wear what you're wearing now. Change your shoes. Bring money in your pocket, because they have a tendency to track things. They tracked a friend of mine. Ooh, someone was looking. One of my YouTube protesting friends, they had trackers all over her car. Oh, and that's the thing too. Hey chat, how do I get, or what do I use for a tracker to see if they're tracking anything on my car? I forgot to ask. Oh, I'm already thinking about, when we were getting married all those years ago, I got forever stamps that had some, I guess, love theme on them, so I could send out invitations if something went wrong, because this was 2008 when we were still all using, letters still, and then thank you cards and stuff like that. So I've got a ton of them that, of course, nobody uses them anymore. So it's like, I've got a buttload of forever stamps. I'm trying to figure out a way to hide them out here so they can, oh, I wonder. I've got an idea. And I can't say it out loud because they watch. Hi, Bob Coonrod. Hi, my other Bob. You know what I see? And I bet you she left an email. It's, I don't see Fuzz. Meow, go check and see if Fuzz left an email, because she's usually like first or second. So, but Papa Cat's here, and he's a wrench. I need to find another wrench. I've got Fluffer, who I'm 8 hours behind. I've got Carrie Ann, who's working on her master's, and I've got Fuzz, who's been having her mom's got a cold. So it's like an Amazon tracking device detector. Okay, cool. Papa Cat should make a note of that so we can look for it. Yeah, Boobageddon. Can't remember where it was now. Somebody said they found 9 trackers on her car. So, well, thank you, Papa Cat. I hope Fuzz is okay. She usually pops up so fast. So, anyway. Not that they don't know everything. I mean, I've put out over 100 videos at this point, so you figure they would, know all my information. Like I said before, once I get it. Sorry, I got interrupted by that. That's new, but it's like they even put a character on their sign to get somebody's attention. It's like, damn, how desperate can you be? How desperate are you if you're having to put like anime on, or not anime, but cartoons on your sandwich sign? Which I think is hilarious because I can't touch it. So, while I'm here, if anybody looks at it, I'll say what it is. Ha ha ha. And yeah, what did I do yesterday when there's like bad times going on? I watch what Papa Cat calls the fluffy shows. So I watched cult videos all night long, like 7M. That was a really interesting one. And then one in Chile. So, it was Netflix. Netflix has it down instead of like turning to, because I guess I must have watched something in Spanish. We get a lot of Spanish recommendations, but they don't have an English like read, because those I can like do something and listen to them, but Netflix had the dub over, so it was like cool. So yeah, I'm watching this thing about a cult in Chile, and it's so bizarre. The people who were in that cult, sorry, I interrupt, but WTF? The hell is that? We don't need people who listen to our YouTubes to try to help. That is not my responsibility. I did not do that. I have not sanctioned this because I want it done by real people. So that is weird. And it looks, I'm not going to touch it because I don't know what the hell it is, but that looks new. That wasn't me. So I think somebody trying to be not funny. So that was weird. Is who Xenu? Who did I miss? The only one I've ever seen in real life is Xenu's daddy. Oh, and I think I have one coming towards me. So I'll just saunter up to the double doors. Let's see how fast he runs, because I'm a good 5 seconds if I'm sauntering. So I guess they go to Chinatown a lot. At least they're like going to places that we go to, you know, and adding to. Gotta look down. Bet you he wish he had his phone. It's a cult. You do know that, right? It's not something you really want to do. I don't understand why you're giving them all your money. I don't understand why you give them all their money. I'm sorry. Have a nice day. And that walk is so weird. I keep forgetting to look it up. Well, yesterday was so weird that I just pretty much sat in front of the television and vegged with my new breast cancer tartan. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I bother you? Is my voice annoying? Are we gonna get out the boombox today so I can listen to that easy listening music that you guys call copyrighted? Sounds like Richard Marx. So he's from the 80s. The guy who just went inside probably would know who he is. The younger ones wouldn't, because he doesn't really have a lot of staying power. He's not like Rick Astley. One of these days I should just come here and play that constantly so I could just rickroll you. That's what it's called. I wanted to do... Hi, Carrie Ann. Okay, now I've got another moderator up. Cool. Well, I actually didn't think it was on because I couldn't even find... sitting on defense. I couldn't even find myself at first. So... yeah, Carrie Ann, I actually wanted to fall asleep to your voice, but Orion kept barking. And since I want a dog, and we're putting it off because of mom things, I'm just like, I kept my ears kept perking up, and that was just getting ready for bed. So yes, everybody say hi and talks amongst yourselves because you guys were funny. I loved it when we were doing it to Carrie Ann when she hit her 1,000. See, I knew a Portland person would find that funny, is that your puppy was keeping me awake. About 15 seconds in, I went back to what we usually listen to right now, which is some Pride or Prejudice. My God, I don't even know my Jane Austen today. Pride and Prejudice. Oh, I didn't turn off my, let's see if I can do it. I didn't turn off, there we go. Oh no, now I just made it buzz. Oh, well, we'll see the next buzz. I get lots of junk mail. We went back to our Pride and Prejudice Sleep Well video. because I have to have something on, and you know, Yeoman makes me laugh now. And I'm gonna download the picture. Papa Cat sent me a monkey picture. I want to put it up. So, do you miss your family? Do you miss your friends? Do you miss your boombox? Because did it break? You know, they're not very expensive anymore. Or even you guys got tired of listening to it all the time, because I bet that carried in the vestibule, because it was pointing, you know, probably didn't even matter if it was pointing, but it is a marble vestibule, and I bet you it was like echoing like crazy. My voice will only go so far. That one probably used to go into the meeting rooms. So, I'm sorry that you have to listen to me now. Still not in the mood to give you guys any advice on how to get out. But the one thing, well, no credit, no job. I'm sure it'll come up past me anyway, because I seem to babble. But, you know, to at least start getting out, sptvfoundation.org, sptvfoundation.com, and then add a the.com, the.org. You can go look it up from there. And like I said, I wouldn't trust your phone. I wouldn't trust any of your computers or laptops if anybody's ever been at your house and you have a static computer. So you would want to go to the library, or if there's that one person you talk to who you just can't help it, ask them to use their computer or their phone, and just tell Scientology you were trying to recruit them. That should help. Clandestine. Somebody said that a public said that they still get to see their family. I guess making them aware that they're spending that much money, and that the real world, that their family's real world actually is true. Maybe that'll help them, because I'm sure their family would have no problem lending them or letting them use it when they're over, or even a family member, you know, sneaky one in. If you're not in a Scientology owned rental, because I wouldn't trust that either, I would check your bedrooms for cameras, check your closets for cameras. They probably use the closet thing to find out if you have money to spend, because, you know, they want to get every single drop they can possibly get out of you, because that's how they exist. And obviously finances must be running a little low, because they'd be after all of us, you know, oneers or twoers that come to orgs to do what I'm doing. So that should make you wonder, is there somebody on the other side? Because the doors are closed and the shades are moving. We must be putting down the boom boxes. You guys are so lame. It's so funny. It can't get copyrighted, because all I have to do is put the white noise on the other hand. Because if you haven't noticed, I have two phones. So it's interesting what you guys think of. And I think it's interesting you can't do it in the front anymore. So I'm sure the cafe across the street bitched and moaned about it. So I'm so sorry. And sometimes I wonder who's crazier. You guys in there giving them all your money, or me sitting here yelling at a brass door. Bronze. I think it's bronze. And you need to polish your bronze out here. It's getting ugly. It's even turning green. And you guys are supposed to keep this up in order. Green is not legitimate. Green means you're not paying attention. Green would only be... Oh my God, it's Richard Marx again. Freaks. I'm reading, sorry. That's also why I do that, because it does put him to sleep. He likes the live action ones though. If I'm watching something that he used to make fun of me, he actually sits down now, so I've got him. He can't act all like cool in that. You better hope I don't like Bridgerton. The BFF wants me to watch Bridgerton, so the next time I go see her, we'll probably get something we shouldn't be eating and come back and watch Bridgerton. She is the BFF for a reason though, because we know each other's taste, so she'll know I'll like it. I don't like Bridgerton because they don't have the hair. Somebody pointed it out to me and I was like, Modern adaptations, no problem. But you have to make it all the way. The guys not wearing their hair for what, the 1700s? No. At least give me the buzz cuts. It's like, that is their not wig hair. they don't wear their not wig hair outside. So that's why Bridgerton just like gets on my nerves. I probably like it otherwise. Yeah, because I'm a history freak. Yes, no face. Orion was not the star, he was the constellation. But he's so cute. See, so now I have another reason to want to invade your house for 5 minutes. I want to pet Soda and I want to see Orion. He was hilarious. Oh, no, but if you watched Liz Ferris, I think it was last night, the end of the night, her stream, she's got puppies. And oh my God, I'm trying to get dressed to hearing these puppies, like, you know, be puppies. And I even like did a replay crew post that said, all I can think of in my head when I hear the puppies is like real, you know, real talking. And it's like, that's my butt. Get away from it. They're fighting. But it was so funny. She explained the puppies. I forgot all about them. I haven't seen her in a while because I was honestly too upset to see her upset. So finally started watching again this morning, and all I hear is blah, 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 in the background. And I'm just like, you know, they're just starting out being puppies, because she said they're 5 weeks old. So it's just like, get your nose out of my butt. So yes, a long-haired dachshund is like a unicorn to me. I've only seen maybe one or two. So they're so pretty. It's like, they don't look like wiener dogs, and now they look like, you know, the big flowy supermodels. So we have that slow music, horrible guy in the back. So now I have to come up front, because it's not that I can run my white noise and they won't hear him. It's just that I don't want to hear him. It's gross. Why don't you make something new and contemporary to at least throw to us? I mean, we can avoid it, but at least then it won't make our ears bleed. Don't you want to be out here? Oh, and I got corrected. It wasn't 22, but I could have swore it was. Someone else said it was 5, and they're on discs now. So I guess maybe the 22 have been consolidated. So it's not a football field of books. Now it's like weird platinum titanium discs or something. Oh, hi Danny. Oh yeah, I was going to explain. I have the like the thing in my heart for Latins, and it seems like when Latins get upset, it's hilarious because, you know, they're gonna follow through. It's like Danny reminds me of a cousin, Jay reminds me of a cousin, MLH reminds me of a cousin, Pinche Becker reminds me of an aunt. She was technically my cousin, but she was closer to the other generation. It was from the oldest sister. There were 5 sisters in my grandmother. So yeah, there were 6. But yeah, it's like all the Latin people remind me of other people. The only one who hasn't reminded me of anything is Leah, or even Che Chicana reminds me of my cousin, another cousin. But Leah doesn't, because there were never any quiet girls on that side of my family. So it's like Leah would probably be someone that I met at my cousin's house. So, and I actually got it today why Mexican Longhair said that when I went there one time, he said, I'm not necessarily anybody's cup of tea. And I'm like, now I know why, because people aren't used to quiet Latins. And that's what most of you guys are. You're quiet, Danny. Jay was mostly quiet. MLH is mostly quiet. And quiet freaks people out. Because, you know, you gotta be up to something. And it's like, no, there are a lot of quiet Latins out there. So I'm just used to that, because it's like half my family was Latin, half my family were snobs, Danny will understand, and then half my family was white. That's my stepdad. But my dad got along with the Latins like crazy, and that was my bio dad's my relatives from that side like my stepdad better than my bio dad, which is hilarious. But yes, I guess I do identify then with a race because I always said I don't really have one, but the Latins were around till I was 16. I think an aunt died and everything just sort of fell apart after that. So, and they all moved to Merced. So, yes, no face. Whiffers that poop. I bet you're bored out of your mind, Danny. I thought you guys were going to San Diego. Since you can't go play at Blue Building anymore. See, Carrie Ann, I can come over and brush the animals, even though they'll never let me go near them. But because I do that to Birdie at least every other day. I've skipped 2 days a couple of times lately because of the stuff that's going on. Because I get so unmotivated when I get slightly stressed, and so just in front of the television. But yeah, she sheds like crazy, you know, walks by, poof, there's the stairwells all have like things on the side, and then you notice, oh, that's not a reflection, that's like a hairball, and then the tabby is double coated. Don't you wish you were out here enjoying yourselves and having fun, or at least smiling? Do you get to smile? Or is smiling get you a knowledge report, since you're not supposed to have emotions because those are supposed to be taken out of you? Because if you have an emotion, you have empathy. You're not allowed to have empathy because, you know, then you'll realize what you're doing has no bearing on the world whatsoever, except for the little one getting more money. Yeah, go ask Leah if she needs help, Danny. We won't see you for days. Tell Leah I said hi. So, oh, I didn't even check to see if my gimbal was hot. Because that was the thing. Yesterday, my gimbal didn't feel hot, but my phone did. So, it's like that kind of technology I will probably never know. But I bet if I asked my ultra nerd brother, he'd be able to explain it. It'll take a half an hour, but he'd explain it. Oh, let's see. Did you know that LRH was convicted of fraud in France? That's not something we made up. That's real. Go to the library and look it up. That he preferred to have late teens, early 20s, really pretty people on his yacht / ship. I call it a ship because it's bigger than a yacht. What was it? I can't remember what the first one, because I think the second one's the trade winds, right? I think so. So that's why elders are not treated right. And I'm sure there must be like a whole bunch of stuff before the elders get to be elder, when they're just on the opposite side of young and fresh, where they start aging. And you know, women aren't treated necessarily, they're not equals, no matter what anybody says about Shelley. From what everybody said about Shelley Miscavige, she's on one of his archive sets, and they don't even get to live in the house, the 3,500 square foot house. They have to live in a caretaker's cottage. So to make sure nothing happens, because, you know, when there's Armageddon, I don't know if his discs are just going to pop out of where he lives and find players to put themselves in. See, it just sounds weird when somebody else says it. There's nothing wrong with that. That you find it wrong, because it is. It's weird. There's nothing wrong. It just sounds like BS, but we have somebody in our midst who actually helped build them, so he knows they're really real. And doesn't that make you wonder why the people who set up the technology the first time around have bucked out of Dodge? So eventually the people who do the technology this time are going to leave too, because those are the ones who get to hear what's really going on. And I have a car that's like passing me by that's playing music, and that's how they got me last time, because somebody was playing music. It's a fair use act. I'm not walking into it, it's walking up to me. So it shouldn't matter if there's music playing next to me, because it's not a YouTube violation if they're the ones who went to me and not to them. So don't you think that we should be doing something else than worrying about this person who's playing loud music on the street corner and he hasn't gotten the light, or he's waiting for me? Oh, look, I missed somebody. Or he's waiting for me to move. So, oh God, I hate that. At least I got it on, Roberta Flack. So, but you can't copyright me out of this one, bozos. Okay, people, knock, knock, knock. Wake up. Wake up and discuss. Because I said so. They turn Richard Marx off when I leave. And I'm probably like 2 windows down when I don't hear it anymore. So they must be, they must hate it as much as me. So I'm going to get off of my live on my other phone and go to dead air. Go to, let's see, go to there, and then go back to here, then go to there, doodah. Okay. Oh, I turned down the speaker. Don't you love technology, guys? Did it stop? Ah, no, it just needs to be really loud. Okay. And I need to use the right button. I'm backwards. See, I was wondering why my hand is usually on my left side. Okay, there we go. So, yes, but I also, it was the other reason I found Papa Cat was using my old phone for Twitch, if I remember right. And when it's a cult, you have cooties. It's really easy to get rid of them. Yeah, sorry. It's my time of the day. He looks so annoyed. Hi! He's looking back at me like it matters. Oh, wow. What did he drop? I don't think he dropped them. They're receipts. They're receipts for servers to go. Okay. So now we've got the beach going on. You don't have to play that because I've got white noise on, so they can't hear you. So if you don't like to play it, then don't, unless you're trying to keep me from teaching other people what they can do. Like the public guy who just left, he'd probably be able to afford a Lexus instead of a Toyota if he wasn't giving you all his money. Oh, actually, it's a business. I can't see it. Oh, well. So he was doing work for you guys, or was he coming in for an audit? I wonder. That would be interesting to know. So, and you can turn that up as loud as you want, because the white noise I have going isn't going to be penetrated by any of your music. Sorry. Not. So, to get a job when you leave here is really easy. If you want one between 9 to 5, go to a placement agency and show them the skills you have, so you can get a job when you leave here to help fix your credit, because fixing your credit is a lot easier than you think. You can get your RICO score, find out who you owe, because Scientology is probably taking credit cards out on your name because they have your information. So you might want to know how many credit cards and how many thousands of dollars you owe these credit people, because they have maxed you out and try to find new and exciting ways to max you out as it is. So you better go find your FICO score and find out how zero your credit is, because you can't go below zero, but you can be at zero. So, you know, and if you're a public, think about it. They've screwed up your credit and you're outside. The Sea Org people get their credit screwed up and probably don't even know or realize it until they leave. And who knows what they're doing with your credit. I wouldn't be surprised if all of your, you know, if you had excellent credit when you started, so then by the time you leave, you probably owe $100,000 in extensions. So somebody should listen to that and pay attention to me, because you don't want to have to spend the next 10 years climbing out of that hole. You can climb out of that hole. You can fix your credit. It is possible, no matter what they say, because credit companies would like their money back instead of having to harass you to get money back. They would probably take 10 cents on the dollar. So you can come out of there. You won't die of pneumonia. You will not break the cult, but you can fix your credit and get a new job, even though they'll say you're too old, too young, not experienced, no education. As long as you can read and do statistics, which I'm sure you guys can all do really easily, you can get a job. So stop listening to these guys and stop feeling guilty that you want to leave. It's natural, because these people are just hoarding your emotions, because that's what they're doing. They're killing your emotions by teaching you how to be stoic, which means that you won't care if your family dies off or anything else happens around here unless it affects the little one. Get out now while you can, freaks. Let's see. Oh yes, please hit the like button and please subscribe. I've got to get above like 15, but I'm not that interesting yet, so I'll try to be interesting. I'm naturally in a good mood in the summertime, so it'll be winter that I'll have to go, what the heck am I gonna do? I just want to sit here and cry. Seasonal affective disorder is a horrible thing. What is that? It looks like paint, looks like tar, it doesn't look, oh, it's black glossy paint. So whoever came up with that idea, don't do it again, please. I hope you're a lurker on here now, because that is not kosher. So, because, you know, if they get a chance, they'll report us, even though they can't prove it. Mostly everybody wants proof anyway. So this looks like, are they working on it? I can't tell. I don't remember these being here. It's soft. I mean, they could have put it up during the heat wave, and of course it wouldn't cure correctly, so I don't remember that stuff being on the bottom. It looks like it's been there a while because it's cracking, but I don't know what the aging would be. Let's see if my favorite marble veneer is gone. That one got me on Natalie. Let me see. See, somebody painted it over. Back to historic houses. This was painted over before they bought it. So technically they'd have to paint it over again if they wanted to get it correct. So it has to be in the same shape it is when they bought it. But this, that is bad. That can burn like a mofo. I still have to look it up. I got one layer in and it sounded like just round and round bureaucracy. So it was like, there's gotta be, hell, I'll go look on Reddit. I don't look at the Scientology things on Reddit. I've belonged to Reddit since the get-go. Because Reddit was the answer to 4chan. For the freaks who weren't that freaky. But yeah, that could be a fire hazard now because all of this is wood and some idiot can set it on fire. Not me, that's definite, because I wouldn't want to lose this building. So, nope, they haven't fixed my veneer. It's still there. So no, that was somebody else in that stuff. This stuff. That's from another time too. I just didn't notice it before. So, yeah, I wonder if they have to replace the, or nowadays they could replace it with a faux marble. Because those are marble veneers and they're all starting to like, it's a summertime and it's going to be a hot summer. So of course it's going to, you know, fall apart a lot easier. And they need to take care of that. I should point, that's going to be one of the things I point out every day. It's like, how are we doing on our building? Because, you know, from watching the 7M documentary yesterday, it's about a dancing cult. It's really weird. Go watch it. No, they don't like attention. And yes, it does drive them crazy when they get attention. So giving them attention for everything, and even small things like they're not taking care of the historical building they're in, means that you're bringing different groups in to tell them, what the hell are you doing? So, you know, it doesn't have to always be the police. Don't even make me go into this story about licking salsa off of a cat's head. I didn't do it, or hot sauce off of a cat's head. Me and a couple of friends of ours were doing the girl talk thing, and we got into the squiffy part of the show. We were all like having a summer party anyway. So she dropped hot sauce, and it was hotter than hot sauce, on her cat's head, right between his eyes. She grabs his head with both of her hands and just licked it off. And it was like, oh, we have teased her. I have teased her to this day because that was probably 15 years ago. Chance, it's like, are you licking cat heads today? And the same thing. That is so cute. Thank you. Thank you, my not aunt. And besides, you should be licking like buttons. God knows where your phone has been. Unless you lick your phone a lot, then you don't get sick, I bet. Have you licked your phone today? So you had to hear me in the back because I was trying to yell over, I forget between here and there which Rick it is. To easy listening. Which sounds so weird because easy listening. See, I also get your doors excited when I come back. They want to open up and let you know what what's the what. Oh, isn't life just so strange? Don't you wonder why those doors open all the time? I do not have a big magnet. I wonder if a magnet does it. I have a magnet on the back of my phone. I think it does, actually. I'll have to see when it's done. I don't have a big magnet that pulls your doors open, but it is a great idea. Wouldn't it be funny to have like a 4 foot tall or 4 foot long, like they call them ceramic magnets? They're all over my house. And just pull the ironwork open. I can just see Papa Cat going, yeah, now we're gonna have to find one. They get expensive when they get bigger too, so it's like you can find a bunch of them on Amazon for hella cheap, but it's like once you start adding length to them, because they also break like ceramic. That's the problem. It's like you can't like bash them around, and it would be fun trying to go through this scroll work to get to, watch the finger, that scroll work. I noticed yesterday I've been doing more hand gestures with my finger, showing the world what it's like. And there's another car with and you know, it may be the same car because it's another white car. Let's see, let's go. Oh, he's leaving. That car, it looks like the same white car, or it's silver, looks white over here. So he may be going around the block and, you know, trying to copyright me. But YouTube has gotten smart. They just tell you take the piece out now. They don't get rid of your whole feed. They say you can edit it out. So, and it probably is the fact that I have YouTube Studio on this too. So it's like, and I use them both every day. So, you know, they're just like, and none of the rest of my like content is chaseable. So they just told me, you know, just get rid of that and we can put it back up. So we did. So it's like, that doesn't work either, but I just don't want to have to sit there and make Papa Cat edit. Do you think I'm going to edit? My God, I probably wouldn't shut up for 3 hours and then wound up editing the wrong thing. So, see, the doors are green with me again. You need to get out. Scientology is not good for you. You have to rewire your brain when you come back out because they've washed it. And I think someone's playing tourist and taking pictures of me. Oh, I didn't even know they had those cameras anymore. So, let's see. Yeah, it's one of those old, you know, Kodak cameras used to put on tables for weddings. Interesting. You know, they're all after me now. Haven't you figured that out? Everybody is after me now. That's why I parked my car right next to the damn building. See, they want me to tell you what you're doing wrong. Or what you're misguided in. You're just misguided. You're misguided, so you help this little guy out to hopefully achieve his rightful way to God knows where. It's like, that's the question. If you don't have a God and you have prophets, I didn't know you could have gods, prophets without gods. Where or what or why? Because you don't remember the last one, but you have to work off your butt to go to the next one? Do you guys ever wonder about that? And you're not going to remember the next one until you're enlightened enough for it? That is some weird philosophy. So it'd be one thing if you were able to know what you did in your last life so you could like check it off your checklist and work on the other things, but you can't do that. You have to start all over again. Doesn't that make you wonder why it costs about $250,000 to get to OT8? Oh yeah, and speaking of OT8, he's not even there, you know that. The little one is only on OT3. Don't you wonder why he also doesn't do interviews? And he just stays in the background unless it's important? You know, like one of your celebration days or something, and then he barks out statistics that even I know would not be correct if I was watching him. I wouldn't even have to go look it up. You guys aren't really doing all of this work around the world. You're just making people mad. Isn't that a horrible way to be or think or something like that? Did chat freeze? I just think everybody's quiet. It has its moments. Oh, wait, something happened.
So they must
see,
be,
okay.
You know,
Let's see. No, that was me. I don't know. Somebody say something and see if it froze. Like I said, they don't use the suppressors on me anymore. Probably because then I could show in video to the FCC. Okay, see, no, nobody talks. Everybody just sits here and listens to me. I don't know why. So, has any of it like made any dent at all? I mean, the documentary I was watching yesterday about another cult showed the person who was in the cult who disengaged from everybody actually cried a lot. Still does. She's still there. So, do you cry by yourself at night? If you cry or miss or, you know, like have a reaction about not seeing these people you're not allowed to talk to, you should pay attention to that and realize you need to get out of there. Yeah, but that's your office. Or not your office. That's your phone, Papa Cat. See? Wants me to tell you more. Let's see, what's more? You could live with a roommate instead of bunk beds. If you're a public, you could read different books and or Watch TV, watch the news. There's so many different types of newses nowadays. You could probably find someone that's mostly legitimate. Because a lot of people don't watch the mainstream anymore because it's just fanciful. They're doing it for the clicks. The equivalent of clicks in the TV world. So that's why neither one of us have been on, in the news, because you guys don't cough up any revenue with the weird things that you're doing, and I'm insignificant because I'm just some strange lady who sits here and talks theater voice to the front doors or the back door. I mean, I know I'm doing something because you get the guy in the back, so the horrible music. Someone was just watching me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry? My what?
Faith.
My faith, I don't have one. I'm an ex-Catholic.
Oh, you're an ex-Catholic?
Yeah, most of us are pretty agnostic.
Yeah, are you saying you're not Scientology, right?
No, I'm actually protesting Scientology.
Yeah.
That's why I said that. I figured you were.
Yeah.
We were actually reading, we were at that cafe, we were reading about all the craziness.
Oh, yeah. It's like LA is like LA. Yeah. Northern California, it's LA.
Yeah.
But here, it's only me and someone else right now.
Oh, okay.
So
It's an organization. You guys are...
no, we're independently owned and operated.
Gotcha.
So basically, we are just...
Private mission.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good.
So...
Yeah, it's questionable for sure.
Yes.
Shelley?
They think she's on one of his archive areas where they keep his archives. They have 5 different places around the country where they have his whole archive. So they think she was basically farmed out to there because usually it's just a couple in a cottage while they watch this whole estate thing going on.
Oh.
So that's where they think Shelley is.
Yeah, she hasn't been seen in like 15 years.
Right. The whole, if you've watched the aftermath and So no. Last year, I think, is where they figured that she probably was because somebody might have seen her.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
So the murder, this is the murder.
No,
Yeah.
I never really thought it was. I thought they just shipped her off to Cambodia or something for real because they have everything everywhere.
Right.
So,
And he's basically hooking up with all kind of young kids.
one.
Well, one accused, but many.
No. Well, they do, yeah. But I call him the little one. Drives him crazy. The little one himself, he's hanging around his secretary. Talk about cliche.
Does he have kids?
No. So
Who's next in line?
we don't know because he took it. He actually wasn't given to it. It wasn't given to him. He was only 25. The 2 people it was supposed to filter through, he got in and he kicked him out.
Wow.
I think Tom Cruise is going to take over.
Even when I liked him, I didn't think he was the brightest thing on the planet. So it's like, God.
Yeah. Wow. Well, keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks.
We support you.
Thanks. I'm sorry. I don't even know what a real emitter looks like. Even though... No, I have not seen one at the antique fair. I think I saw one at the Oakland Museum White Elephant Sale, which is just as much fun as the antique fairs once a month in Alameda. Yes, do. Queen, yes, you have more than to mention it on my stream. So, and hello, because yes, we all know how much of a pain the mountains are, and it's like, I would love to do it, but it takes so freaking long to get there, and you have to watch out for the ones who can't drive anymore. It's ridiculous. See, people know about you without me even being here, so that's a shame that, people know about you guys, and they don't know about you as the right way. Those 2 I was talking to knew a little bit more. He asked me about Shelley. And yes, I know she's probably at one of the archive sites, so I'm not worried about it. They found her census record, and there's an archive site near there. I personally never thought that she was dead. I thought she had been shipped off to another country because the little one didn't like her anymore because she was smarter than him. And we all know what it's like when men have issues, they hate smarter women. What's the opposite of a misogynist? So I actually know people won't even go to Santa Cruz that way. They'll go down one, and one takes forever, but it's the windy roads. Maybe one of these days I'll put the phone on the dashboard so you can see the windy road. It's beautiful. And when I was younger, I used to drive it really not well, but well. The guys following me to the bagel shop that day just gave me an excuse to drive like a maniac through the Webster too, because the bagel shop's in Alameda. So it was fun. I lost him real fast. I don't get to do that very often anymore because Papa Cat doesn't like it. Cabbage. I just like calling him the little one. It is just so funny because you know that I'm trying to focus. You know that the people who watch these videos probably giggle because you can't watch it with the sound off because you have to pay attention. It's like, I wonder how many people they lose when they wind up being the video watchers. If they were smart, they would make one person watch one video and then go away. You know, it's like they shouldn't have a crew because the crew's going to get tired and leave, which would be nice because that's the point, is getting all the technology people to quit too, because then he wouldn't know how to do anything. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're teaching kids technology where they're like doing stuff at. So, because it probably isn't just gold base anymore. So, but you never know. I probably give them more credit than they're due because, you know, I assume that everybody has the, I guess, conspiracy logic or the if there's a way to get something done, I could figure it out sort of logic. So, yeah. No, my logic here is, and I'll state it again, I don't talk about the children because they trigger me. I was essayed as a child for 5 years, at least 3 times a week. I won't say what I said last night to Papa Cat because even he was just like, oh my God. So I don't talk about the children. I talk about the taxes and I talk about getting the people out of the org or getting people out. So, that is my main focus. It's the same thing. Weirdly enough, it's the same thing with SVU, Law and Order SVU. Love Mariska Hargitay, but I can't watch it anymore. Surge, I've tried to watch a bunch of times, but he just makes me want to cry my eyes out. And since I'm now type 2 diabetic, I don't want to eat my way out of house and home anymore. I think I just want to groom the cats like crazy. And they don't mind, but they do get tired of it after like 45 minutes. So it's like I'm staying away from that trigger. And maybe I'll stop having nightmares again. So my expertise will be in trying to get them out and talking about their tax exempt status and why they're not a religion. So why did my phone go off? Not the looky phone, this phone. The phone in my hand. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Did anything get said? So yeah, it's like those are my focuses, and you know what? That's okay because you know we are an independent pile, and we do what we do to make it better. So, or you get them to close, or get them to leave. I also think you get a mass exodus going. There's something they could do about it. So, and the guy who turned around when I said, you know, I'm sorry, and, you know, you're getting cooties, he just turned around. People aren't into confronting people up here, which is good. And I'm a native, so I really know how the people work around here. I'm native of the Bay Area, not a native of San Francisco. I have lived here a couple of times, but don't live here now. But it's very much, San Francisco was like the head of the game in the Bay Area for centuries, it feels like. So we all know about San Francisco. So, don't you wish you could get a real job? It's not that hard. You just go to a placement agency. Well, first you quit here because you can't do it you have to do it during business hours, regular business hours. People business hours, because tech business hours are a different thing. Go to a placement agency and show them what you can do and give them your information. This is why you need the second Google account that nobody knows about. And you don't tell anybody about it. Don't ever tell anybody who's just left Scientology or who is in Scientology, because it takes a long time for your brain to adjust. Keep that in mind too. You won't die. The organization will not fall apart. And you should probably go straight to some kind of therapy. Doesn't even have to be legitimate psychological therapy. You can go to pools and use a pool as therapy. And here we go again. Do I have it ready? No, I don't. Oh, I'm just not in the mood because you know what? The music sucks. Freaks. Don't you love that? The music sucks. It does though. That's the problem. It's like the only genre of music I've never liked is easy listening. I even take country music, but that's because my first concert was Willie Nelson. My parents. I was 12. I still couldn't go to concerts after that till I was 15. But easy listening just makes me want to just pull my hair out individually. It's like, this is what happens when you've been mean. Pluck. You have to have easy listening. Pluck. I can even take cool jazz over easy listening. So it's like, I don't want to go back there. Ew. That'll help with my tan. I'm severely getting a protester's tan. But today it's beautiful, but it's cold. So even if I wanted to take my jacket off, I'd be freezing my butt off. So it's like whipping up the back of my head, and I have half my head shaved. Yes, all that hair is mine, and I still have about a solid third of my head shaved, because it just got to be too much. So it's like it keeps whipping around. I just had it shaved, and it's like, it's cold. So it's the wind, because the bay doesn't get warmer than 58 degrees. I love how people, I'm sorry you have to go through that. It's expensive, I'm sure. The men are starting to look around. If you left, you'd have more money in the bank to live on when you retire. Okay, I hit 1 hour and nobody's rated me. Yay! So this will be my sign off for today, and somebody's playing music again. Is it another white car? It's a white van that they're playing music in now. Maybe it's, I don't see how a little Asian man can be playing loud music. I swear to God, the person in that van is a little Asian man, and he's playing very loud pop music. And it stopped. That is so strange. So are they like hiring people to do this? Just play loud music. So weird. Oh my God. Okay, so Fuzz, find me a raid if you're still here. Or no, Fuzz never came on. Papa Cat, find me a raid. You're good at that. You do that for their Twitch thing. I don't want to sign off if I don't have a raid. Or Carrie Ann. We're looking at trees that parrots go into at night. San Francisco has a parrot thing. Oh, I might have to. So you don't even have to ask should. Just do it. Just say, we're rating blah, 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 at blah, blah, blah. And then put the, if you can, put the link up. I know, we so don't know how to do things when I don't have Fuzz. Moose, moose, moose. I'm not actually live. Oh, okay, so Carrie Ann, find me a link, please. I'm surprised they didn't take their garbage in. They do that when they see me. And I've said before, you'll never find me in your garbage. It's like, I'm way too OCD for that. So then we're looking at the really cute buildings. Yes, thank you everybody for coming in. Sub and hit the like button. If you're here for half a second, sub and like the like button. Hit the like button. So it sort of feels like every day is garbage day at this point though. Everybody's got their garbage out all the time. This is San Francisco. It could be. So we're just roaming around. Okay, what? See these trees? Certain part of the year, I think, because I saw it live, like at sundown, they get parrots. Telegraph Hill gets parrots. Somebody let out a pair of parrots a long time ago. I should find out exactly when. Well, they propagated, and I guess there were a lot more parrots. I would say probably a 20s thing. And they didn't inbreed themselves out, so we have real parrots in San Francisco that go from tree to tree, I guess during mating season. It's very cool to see, and maybe I should get Papa Cat to edit that. It was a Saturday night or Saturday evening we saw the parrots, and it was just awesome. I barely got them on video, but they were so cool. So, okay, I guess we're not going to figure out someone to raid. That's okay, though. It's not the end of the world. We're all human. We all know that humans aren't perfect. So, I'm going to go now. Ah! Thank you. Ah, the Cultology twins. Yes, I've heard they're great. So, yes, go to them. Go room raid. I have to go someplace and shop. Haha. That's the hook and ladder. Oh no, it's not. Wow. It's been a long time since I've seen a fire engine. Yes, tell them I sent you. And I will see you guys later. And if anybody sees Fuzz, leave it on the replay so I know she's okay. Or I'll probably send her an email. So, okay, I will see you guys later. Ciao, Bellas.